Welcome to the shop. Hope you're having a great day. Today's going to be a little different. No intro, no special effects, or no slow motion and all that stuff. In fact, today is going to be pretty short because I'm just going to tell you what happened Sunday after the live stream, and then if you have any questions, either leave them in the comments or I'll try to answer them next Sunday if you want to come to the live stream and talk about them and all that stuff, and we'll see what we can get done. So anyway, I finished the live stream Sunday and was packing up and got everything done and went upstairs, and about half an hour, 20 minutes later, all of a sudden I just started getting these chills. I mean, like uncontrollable chills, and my muscles were just locking up and all this stuff. And I put a jacket on, even though it's like 76 in the house. I put a jacket on and got under my comforter, and I'm just like shivering and chilled and starting to run a fever. And so I get up and I take some extra strength Tylenol, and that helped just a little bit, just enough to make my muscles relax. And then like 4 or 5 hours later, it just kicked right back in. Boom. And I'm trying to take all these, drink all these vegetable drinks and all that with, a lot of vitamins, all that, trying to get my system replenished and all that. And I'm like, oh man, I can't be getting sick. And, worried I'm starting to get the flu and all these things. And oh man, no wonder I wasn't feeling good. If you guys watched the live stream last Sunday, I talked about how I didn't get much done last week and all that. And the week kind of dragged on and my camera came and all this stuff, but I digress. So I thought, oh, well, that's why I must be getting sick. So I just kept taking care of myself. And then I realized I was sitting here hand sanding with no respirator on. So I'm like, oh man, I must have inhaled some of that wood and it got into my system. Because if you know about like taking medicines, once it goes into your stomach, it takes like 45 minutes to get into your bloodstream and kick in. And I was like, well, I didn't feel it during the live stream because I was on the adrenaline of talking on the live stream and all that. But then it started getting really bad. So, and my adrenaline was kicking down. But then today, it finally went away. I started feeling better, and Monday, it took like 24 hours. I was feeling a little bit better and taking some aspirin, and I started to get to where, I was okay. And then this morning I woke up feeling pretty good. So I was like, okay. And I was like, I better go downstairs and clean up. In this room, I have it so like the vents are blocked. So if, metal dust can't get into the rest of the house and all that. So right when I walked into this room, I basically went to do this on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen all these posts where I tell you what happened and all that. But I was talking for 2 minutes in here and my tongue went numb. And I got out instantly and got my respirator on and started cleaning. So it might have been some part to do with, hand sanding that. But I think it's because after I did all those handles and all that, all those different woods, the carbon fiber, G10, all that, I was so tired that I just went upstairs. And then the whole week, I didn't do anything except, Wednesday I did those handles. I take that back. So Wednesday, I didn't clean before that. I came in here with my respirator on Wednesday and finished up the handles, which meant more wood and all that was just piled on top of other things, which must have created some kind of poisonous atmosphere. And by the time I came in Sunday to do the live stream, it wasn't bad enough where it made my tongue numb or anything like that, or I could taste any bad, because I would have left immediately and canceled the live stream. But what probably happened is I'm doing the live stream, so I'm moving everything around, getting everything set up, which is creating dust and kicking everything up into the air, which then I'm inhaling it. So today I cleaned everything out. I opened the windows, which I had to turn on my heat treat oven to get it warm in here because it was freezing. If you guys don't know, I always leave my respirator outside of my shop. That way it doesn't get contaminated. For reasons just like that. There's no reason. I've seen people say leave it in a bag and stuff, which I might start doing outside of my shop. Because if you put your respirator in the same room, you're walking into that room filled with metal dust or whatever you've been working on, and you're putting it right on your face, and it's covered with dust that's been sitting in your shop. But I think I'm going to start putting it in a bag too. But after I cleaned up, now I came back here, I let it air out for like 3 or 4 hours, and a whole different smell. You walk in and it smells cleaner and fresher and all that. So just a warning, when you're working, if you're tired and you go crash and take your shower and go to sleep or whatever, the next day when you wake up, first thing you got to do is clean your shop. Because it was more of a wake-up call than anything that, hey, just because you're not working that day doesn't mean all the dust or whatever isn't sitting around in the shop, and you move stuff and bam, you kick it right back up. And even if I say I don't work the rest of the week, but I'm going to do a Sunday live stream, I'm going to come in here Saturday and clean from now on. Make sure everything's clean and freshened up and all that stuff, because man, whew, that was bad. Real bad. Alright, so I'm starting to ramble. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments or come to Sunday's live stream. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. I'll answer your questions or any questions about anything really. The live stream is more about what our passions are and how we work around them. So thanks for watching. I'm going to get back in the shop tomorrow, which actually will be today, Wednesday, and get working on that heat treat oven. So let's see what we can get by Saturday. Thanks for all the support. I appreciate it. Hope everyone's having a great day. And as always, take it easy.